This video has been created from the book Dualism, The Philosophy of Freedom, written by Don Kirk and read by Master Leadership Coach Robert Cornish. About the conscious omnivore. Every human being has two eyes fixed forward in its skull, an essential feature of most predators in the sea, on land, and in the air. Bifocal vision gives better accuracy in detecting motion and for calculating a distance to prey.
Prey often have swiveling eyes on the sides of their skull, the better to detect predators approaching from above, behind, below, or from the side. In their mouths, every human being has 4 strong incisor teeth for anchoring slippery, bloody flesh, while 2 front rows of sharp teeth scissor the meat. At the back of their mouths, every human being has 4 rows of flat molar teeth for crushing grasses and grain.
And the intestinal tract of the human is a herbivore's. We cannot digest bones and sinew, so our prey inheritance is oldest. While prey merely wake up and begin to graze or search for abundant small life forms to obtain their protein, a carnivore has to hunt. Whereas the prey have their food readily at hand, the carnivore will starve unless it catches its dinner just about every new day. A predator proactively creates every meal. Trumpeters create of destruction, while prey passively consume what nature provides. On average, 90% of attacks by carnivores are unsuccessful, necessitating the acquiring of skills. Hunting skills include the swoop out of the sun by the hawk, the careful, quiet stalk by a lion or tiger, the swift ascent by orca from the dark depths below. Hunting skills are empirical, taught by parents, and require careful calculation, whether it's better to approach from downwind or upwind, whether to sneak up in the long grass or from behind a tree, or whether to lie in ambush rather than expend the calories in the attack. With 90% failure rate, the predators will starve if they use more calories in the hunt than what they acquire from the fewer successes. When human omnivores became conscious 70 to 125,000 years ago, the predator's necessity of acquiring a new daily dinner despite the adverse odds created optimism. Without optimism, the conscious omnivore starves to death. The prey side of the conscious omnivore developed pessimism from their constant anxiety of detecting predators who seek prey for their calories. Pessimism and prey, instinctive, reflexive prudence at any sudden movement saves prey lives. The predator inheritance in the conscious omnivore is found in the brain's prefrontal cortex, the latest evolutionary change in the hominids. This predator's brain is the locale of the executive functions, where we humans calculate and reason and try to assert some measure of control over the knee-jerk emotions born in the prey's brain. The prey's brain in humanity is some 400 million years old, a reptomammalian legacy located at the amygdala of the limbic system, site of our fight or flee, prey instincts, and all our passions. Human omnivores are bifurcated consciousness, both thinking and feeling. Thus, optimism and pessimism are the natural psychological inheritances of the human omnivore, the animal eternally self-conflicted mentally by the two sides battling for survival. Each side's flourishing tends to be perceived as being at the expense of the other's extinguishing. This everyday existential battle over countless millennia for their survival evolved two opposing epistemologies, each one knowing how best to survive at the expense of the other. Growing statism and human attempts to suppress, repress, belittle, or denigrate opposing human opinions or changing loyalties are likely the acts of human arrogance, birthed of subconscious fears, paranoia, and frail insecurities concerning their survival. The conscious omnivore will thrive and flourish better only after it decides to balance its natural two inheritances, not try to extinguish either one of them. By this reasoning, human rationality is our predator inheritance, and human morality is our prey legacy. To thrive, we must balance both.